I never understood the term charity starts at home. In fact, I felt like that was a little bit racist. We have little girls who were prostituted, who had knives held to their throats by their mother. We had girls who were beaten by their parents if they complained about their prostitution, raped by their dads. These are the people that were supposed to be supporting them, that were teaching them that they had nowhere to turn. And so I guess I really wanted to be a part of a cause that was giving them somewhere to turn.
Children in Kenya have a really confusing outlook to the Western world, because every program you see of them, they do great big smiles. That hides a multitude of difficulties in their life, probably stemming from poverty. But more than that, the children that we have at Rafiki Mwema, all our girls have experienced sexual abuse. All of them have been raped, some many, many times.
Young girl at 9 months old, raped by her father. 2-year-olds in prostitution. Boys that were beaten and kept in cupboards and raped by 2 men for years. Children with HIV from the age of 8. A kid is a kid, whether they are black, white, Asian. If they're getting abused like this, then what better cause was there for me?
There's a lot of contradictions in Africa. You see the poverty, but you also see the love and the compassion that they have for each other as well, and that's infectious.
I've watched them being warm and close to Constance, and that's because she doesn't just give money to us, she gives her love. And love is the bit that seals it all together, and I really believe our farm is sealed with love.
I've been writing my whole life, blogging and sort of writing articles for about 13 years. It was in 2015 that I started my Facebook page, Constance Hall, and I started to utilise the organic reach that Facebook has. Before I started becoming well known, before I started getting really viral, I wrote a post and it was about how this year everything's going to change for me. I actually want to put myself out. I want to give and I want to help something, but not just give a little bit and sponsor a kid. I actually want to put myself out. I want to sacrifice. I want my kids to go without because I want to make a difference and I want to help people.
3 years ago, one of our sponsors of one of our small girls sent an email to somebody called Constance Hall.
And they told me about Sarah and Anne-Marie, 2 women who work 40-hour weeks. They get paid nothing. They just dedicate all of their time and everything to this cause. These are children from Kenya who are sexually abused. It was predominantly girls.
Girls who have been really terribly sexually abused, raped by family members or strangers or something. So we take them through the court systems to prosecute the rapists if we know who they are, hospital, we give them therapeutic parenting, we help them through the trauma of what happened, and then we work with their family back at home to integrate them back into the family if it's safe, and in some cases they're still with us and they will be forever.
Constance replied straight away to Sarah, who's our CEO of Rafiki Mwema.
I just fell in love with her passion, her drive. I felt like so lucky in such an easy position because she had been working for years and years and years to create this amazing charity, and all it needed was somebody like me to come along and go, introduce it to the world. So I had the smallest role, and they'd worked tirelessly to create such an amazing charity.
I was very wary. Lots of people say they want to help, but very rarely does it happen. I went onto Facebook and had a look at Constance's blog and absolutely fell in love with her posts. She just felt so funny, so warm, and so supportive of girls and women. So Sarah was the one that worked really hard with Con and built a relationship, and they had this date in February where they were going to launch an appeal to help us to build a house for our big girls who were in rented accommodation.
So we did a crowdfunding page. Our aim was to raise $75,000 for a 4-bedroom house that we'd build here.
Did not think that I could get set. I had $7 in the bank, so I was like, no one's going to trust me with $70,000. So I wrote the post. She told me everything. We were on the phone to each other for a day, talking about different kids and different stories. And then I shared it the following morning.
And Sarah kept telling me, keep the day free, keep the day free. I had no idea what was about to happen.
Within like an hour, we had like $20,000.
And I spent the whole night watching this GoFundMe page just go crazy. I can remember crying when it got to $20,000 and thinking, in my life, we've never had $20,000 donated. And then just watching it go up and up and up, screaming down the phone to Sarah, who was crying in Australia. And with the target we were looking to get was 75,000.
We raised that in 4 hours.
Me and Sarah were just on the phone to each other all day, like having anxiety attacks, like, oh my God, it's working.
By that afternoon, it was 150,000, and we're like, well, we're not going to stop it. We need as much money as we can get.
Everyday people who don't have very much themselves were giving small amounts that was just building up and up and up.
We got messages from people that were saying, I don't have much, but I'm just donating you my weekly coffee budget. So they would donate $25. And I mean, to me, someone that doesn't even know me or know us or know the Rafiki kids, giving up their morning coffee for it, that's fucking huge, you know?
So by the end of the first fundraiser, we'd raised $200,000.
They got to smash out their bills. They got to build the Queen's Castle. They got to build a little smaller house for the young girls who first come to Rafiki, because rather than just putting them in this madhouse full of all these crazy girls, they got to then have this like little therapeutic home.
So her money built the most phenomenal Queen's Castle. It's beautiful, it's spacious, it's everything these girls deserve.
We did not know what had just happened. Like, it was the craziest feeling. I remember thinking, like, if everybody, because people were starting to turn on me anyway, because I was that annoying, outspoken blogger. So people were starting to turn on me, and I had this like feeling like maybe that was it, you know, for my career, and it was fun while it lasted. And then after that, I thought, oh, fuck it, if that was it, you know, like, we got all this money for these kids and making a difference in Africa, so like they can hate me as much as they want now.
We have 66 children, and 30 of them are boys. And they've watched for the last 2 years. Our girls live in this beautiful farm, surrounded by birds, by trees, by beautiful sounds, whilst they were in rented accommodation near town. Now, by Kenyan standards, their accommodation is pretty cool. By Western standards, it's not good.
It wasn't safe, it wasn't up to the standard that they wanted the boys to live in. So when I spoke to Anne-Marie and Sarah about, you know, what the next step for Rafiki would be, they told me that it would be to build another house identical to the Queen's Castle, but for the boys on the same property.
I never thought it would happen. I couldn't imagine a way that we would be able to recreate the Queen's Castle and build something worthy for our kings, our 30 boys who have lived for anything from a year to 7 years in the horrors of town.
When we were like deciding to self-publish my first book, we sort of worked out budgets and realised that we could donate $1 to Rafiki of every book sold. That book went crazy, and we managed to donate, I think, $170,000 in the end.
She did. $170,000 she gave us for the boys' house.
We've got 21 boys moving in. We've got our big boys, who most of them will be moving on in the next year or two. And we've also got our small kings, who range in age from 11 up to 15 in that house, who will be with us for many years to come.
Sarah and Anne-Marie had invited me to Kenya quite a few times, and I just felt like such a fraud because I was so scared that something might happen to me, and I was leaving my kids behind. And meanwhile, you've got these two women who risk everything all the time and go there. And then I had Raja, my last baby, and I was in hospital recovering from the C-section, and I got a message from Sarah. She's sort of given up asking me to come, and she said to me, well, do you know anyone who would like to come to the opening of the King's Castle? We'd love to have some of your special guests there. And I was like, what? I can come. I just thought, why aren't I coming? That's so ridiculous. I want to be there. Like, I really, really wanted to be there and to be with her and Anne-Marie and to meet the kids. And so I was lying in the hospital bed, and I said to my husband, Denim, I was like, should we go to Africa in like a month with the baby? And he was like, yeah, hell yeah. Like, he was just, there was no getting out of it from that moment on.
Constance was very scared of of abduction, and because you hear that in Australia of being held up by guns and so forth. So there was too much fear. Con's kind of a very anxious sort of girl, and rightfully so, bringing Raja so young and stuff like that.
It's bloody scary when you read on the internet. It's like travel warnings for Nairobi and then don't go to Nakuru.
But for me, I'm a little bit more, I don't know, like, I wouldn't say fearless, but sort of I'll kind of put things in perspective, and I know that sometimes things get blown out of proportion, and I felt like this was something that we really had to do.
When Constance said she was coming, I was beyond excited.
Anne-Marie and I kept saying we couldn't believe it was actually happening because of a baby just being born.
I had a nervy on my way here. I had like a panic attack. They sell Xanax over the counter in Africa, I've just found out.
When she said she was coming with 8 of you, I was like, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? We've never had that bigger group come here. When she said she was bringing her sons, who are 17 and 13, I was a little bit anxious.
So we just got to Dubai, and Zeke's been vomiting on the plane really loudly, and now Sonny's just run off to the toilet to go spew. I messaged Sarah and Anne-Marie, and I said to them, I actually can't breathe. I'm having such a bad anxiety attack. Walking out of the airport was funny because while I was waiting in customs, I was, like trying to keep a really low profile, like head down. I don't want anyone to like notice us because I was scared. And then when we got out of the airport, they were screaming at us, and I just realised that they're not scared of anything, these two women. So it just relaxed me, and like I've never felt so welcomed somewhere. And I just wanted to stay forever. Like, you just get this feeling like you're so loved and so appreciated. So now that I've seen my family, I'm stoked. I'm really happy to be here.
We're here. We're here to make a difference.
Hugh Ryan is one of my best friends. We grew up together. When I was on tour in Gold Coast, he met with Sarah, and he really got a feel for what Sarah did in Africa. Then he just sort of followed the Rafiki journey. So when I told him I was going to Rafiki, he was like, you wouldn't go there without me.
Here to find my wife. It's gonna be amazing.
Hugh comes across when you first meet him like he's so inappropriate. Like, you're always going, no, you're not gonna say it, don't go there. And he goes there, and he goes further. And it's just like, shit.
Hey, watch your driving, man. You're all over the road. You're like a lunatic, eh?
So a lot of people get really shocked that I bring him on tour, and he MCs my tours.
I actually haven't brushed my teeth this morning. Nice. They've been so kind. I think they've caught my bated breath. And I've been trying to find time to brush my teeth, but I haven't had time, so fuck it.
But what they don't understand is that he also has this huge heart and this huge warmth to him, and he just makes the women, when I do my shows, the women just fall in love with him, and they're messaging me for months, how's Hugh? And I think that everybody feels very at ease with him after they get to know him. Nakuru, where the farm is a 3-hour drive from Nairobi. I was pretty shocked about how open the slums were. You see everything from the rich houses to the slums. Everything's just sort of on the side of the road. You don't have to go hunting for it. I had been told by Sarah that I had nothing to worry about. It was all really safe. She introduced us to a guy called Jimmy, who is going to be driving us in his car. And I had no idea that I was actually in the presence of the world's biggest legend.
The population of Kenya being 46 million, 80% of that is made of poor people. And then the 20 is made of the rich, the famous, the very best of the country.
He is the smartest, most caring tour guide. He knew everything, and I could just listen to him talk. He kind of mesmerizes you.
You cannot send poverty away. You can only embrace it, try improve, but it's very difficult to get them out of the slums.
Jimmy is one of the best parts of this project. It's so wonderful having a really amazing, inspiring local person on our team. He gets paid not 1 cent from our organisation. He genuinely does it for the love and to watch his people grow.
My sponsor was Australian, and we only met on the streets just like that. And her name is Julie. She said, what do you want to be in life? And I said, I want to be a tour guide. She gave me the money and said, hey boy, here's the money. You go either study or drink. And you know, to me, it's just like I'm able to give back. I can give back, you know, in small bits, just by loving the boys, being with them.
A lot of things shocked me. It was a very beautiful country.
Fine, hello Kenyan. Yeah. Everyone say hello Australia. Hello Australia. Hi. Just hanging out in the Rift Valley crew. This is the Rift Valley crew. Keeping it real.
So pretty and so green. You think of Africa as deserty and red and barren, but it's lush. Yeah, it looks like Margaret River, but it just doesn't have the miserable rain. We arrived at the farm in the middle of the night, so it was all like hard to see, and it was all really like exciting to be there. The gates shut behind you. The Maasai warriors there to protect you. Oh my God, you look amazing. It's just this feeling that you're just getting closed by, and you're shutting the rest of the world out, and you're in this little world of Rafiki Mwema. I FaceTime these girls, I know their names, I've, raised money for them for years now, and it was so surreal to be able to meet them. Hello! How are you? The girls are just so forward with their love for you. There's no awkwardness, they're just so excited to see you. You guys look even more beautiful in real life. I was completely overwhelmed by it. I was just like trying to hold myself together, because I thought if I walked in and just burst into tears, they would think, what the fuck's wrong with this woman?
Girls, do you have something you want to sing to Denim and Constance? Yes!
Yes! Thank you so much. It was a really emotional night. So beautiful. Show me around your house. Show me your bedroom. Seeing the house was just crazy, like what the house represents so much more than just a house. Made me really appreciate the people that donated and the people that got behind the cause. This one first? Yeah. I could see that these girls that had a really comfortable, beautiful home, and they deserve that and so much more. Oh my, who sleeps here? Is it your room? Yeah. And yours? Yes. Oh my God.
They have such massive trauma sitting in their brains. They have such bad concepts of themselves. They don't believe they're worthy. The difference in having a really beautiful home in beautiful settings for them to be teenage girls, to learn about life, has changed them beyond recognition.
Now they can see the love she has for them, that she's a real person, and she's brought her husband and baby and sons here. It's incredible for our children to see that people will travel from Australia or donate from Australia or just visit them. They're worthy of that.
What have we got here? Like razor wire fences around a kid's home. Maasai warriors that are guarding the place at night. And all the dogs, they've got these awesome German Shepherds. It's full on.
Security is a big risk, especially with our girls, because, we're prosecuting some of these monsters that have raped them.
In Kenya, if you rape a child under 13 and you're convicted, you go to prison for life. In Kenya, if you kill somebody, you go to prison for life. That puts the girls who are in our care in huge danger from the guys that have raped them and also the families of the guys that have raped them. If you've been raped by your father and you're brought to Rafiki Mwema, the father is the breadwinner in families. If he's not there, the rest of the family don't eat. So often you'll get cousins and uncles and aunties that will try and find a way of locating our girls with one intention, and that is to have them murdered, because dead kids can't testify.
In Kenya, that you don't get better security than Maasai warriors. Everyone respects them, everyone's scared of them. When you meet them, you don't know why anyone's so scared of them, because they're so bloody beautiful. So you feel really safe, but you're also like blown away by the fact that you've got these like authentic warriors.
Traditionally, they're supposed to be 6 foot tall plus, and as you can see, I'm also 6 foot tall plus. And they guard the compound with bow and arrows and spears.
This is what we use.
And, oh no, I won't touch.
Yeah. Because so this house have poison. This is the poison.
Poison tipped arrows. So they'll kill an elephant in 1 hour.
They'll stand outside your door all night just to protect you. So like now that I'm back in normal life, I'm like, I don't feel very safe anymore, you know? Like, it was such a good feeling. And they're so friendly. As soon as you open the door, they're like, hi, with these huge big smiles. How are you?
Thank you.
The farm has 3 houses. Big queens we'd already met, little queens we were yet to meet. And we just walked up the hill and they were all ready for us.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yay! Thank you so much. You're so beautiful. Can I have a hug? Can I have... And again, everyone's crying because it's just so beautiful. They're so happy. They're all like, you know, busting out of themselves, and they just want to like swarm you, and you just want to be swarmed because it's just such an overwhelming feeling. Raja's never had so much love. That is the cutest thing I've ever seen. They're obsessed with Raja.
Everybody say Kenya!
Kenya! I've never felt so much love. And I have, 7 kids, but they don't give me half that kind of love. They give me nothing compared to this. You want to show me your house? Want to show me your home? And your classroom? When we walked through the house, they were so proud to show us, and it's the simplest house, and they were so proud to show us their bedrooms with all their bunk beds. Do you tell stories at night? Yeah, could I come and tell you a story one night? Yeah? And their classrooms. You guys are much smarter than me because I only know one language.
Yeah.
You're very clever.
Constance didn't even go to school.
So you all like living at Rafiki? Yeah? I want to come and live at Rafiki. Their English wasn't anywhere near what the big girls was, so even though there was a language barrier, there was a little bit of translating, but there was mainly just like through happiness, and like, they would grab my hands. Everyone's hands were grabbed straight away. They would just like grab onto you, swing on your arms. Aren't these girls beautiful? How lucky are we? How lucky am I to get to meet you guys? Yeah? Can I come back? Thanks. It was incredible, so incredible.
Pretty amazing. They've been dealt one of the shittest cards of life in history. And they're so resilient, that they've been shown a bit of love by Rafiki, and, they're just ecstatic and they're getting on with it, and, like the future looks good. I mean, what do kids want? They just want, a playground and people to love them, and they get that here. It's amazing.
The kids are so happy that it's so easy to forget what they've been through, because you just get mesmerised by like how gorgeous and welcoming and loving and happy they are. And Anne-Marie does tell me that a lot of it is masking. A lot of it is them trying to portray themselves to be a lot happier than they are. But then a lot of it is just genuinely they're just so excited to meet you and to, you know, to be part of what you're doing, and they feel so like lucky, and it's so crazy that they feel so lucky when they've been dealt like, you know, such shitty hands. They've been dealt the worst hands that you could possibly imagine, and they feel so grateful for their simple little home and their roof over their heads.
That doesn't mean to say we don't have difficulties. Of course we do. We've got 66 traumatised children. We've got 44 staff who are therapeutically trained, but we have all local staff, so they come from their own trauma. So often we have difficulties where the children's trauma will trigger something with the staff. We work with it. We're building a family, and that's everything.
Everyone say Rafiki!
Rafiki!
And everyone say cheesy!
Cheesy!
They're calling me cheesy, so I thought that's because I smelt, which would be fine. I don't, you know, a man will smell. But apparently cheesy means crazy. Who's cheesy? No! I'm fine with that, you know, Uncle Loco, Loco Monkey, ooh, ooh, ah, ah. Soccer! Who's having it? Who's having it? Oh! Oh!
We're going to see the small boys who are in a rented house near town.
When we left the compound, it hits you like, oh, that's right, I'm in Kenya. I googled Nakuru, Anne-Marie. It's not the fucking paradise you've told me.
What did it say about it?
It said that we shouldn't even go. Yeah, that's what it said. The driving is insane. Like, there was no car seats. I was like holding on to Raja thinking, Jesus Christ.
The rules of the roads are, they're very polite, but they cut each other up the whole time, but you don't get road rage. If there's something in your way, you make 6 lanes past it. And if there's traffic coming that way and you want to be on that side, you just avoid what's coming towards you. It's really crazy.
Driving through the streets of Nakuru, you feel unsettled. People, if they look at you, if they give you the eye contact, they definitely come towards the car, and you can feel like, shit, what am I doing here? For Anne-Marie, she's A, not scared, and she B, puts herself in the line of fire. She goes into these areas where you're not supposed to go, and she'll get out of the car, she'll convince these boys to come with her. It's amazing she hasn't been killed yet. She does it out of passion. She doesn't see the danger, she sees the kid, and she doesn't have to invite more kids in. She just could work with the ones that she's got. But the way that she feels towards the young people that live in Rafiki, like she knows her love knows no bounds.
I think if I said one thing about our boys that have stayed with us, I'm in total 1,000,000% admiration that they stuck to it, because it's so much easier to run away, so much easier not to try and change, so much easier to go back to a life that you've become accustomed to.
It's an easy path, for sure.
Yeah, and I think to be strong enough to make change, to be strong enough to look to your future, I'm absolutely in awe, because I don't think I could do that.
The little boys were definitely a completely different experience. There wasn't like the initial big hugs and love. Hello, boys.
Hey.
Hello. How are you? Hi.
The small girls will be all over you. When you go to the small boys, you get a much more real reaction. They wait to feel comfortable around you before they show who they are.
The little boys have been through so much, and they have sort of taken on a lot of shame, and you could feel like they didn't want to like look people in the eyes, and you know, they're still going through a lot of therapy and a lot of healing, and I think that might actually be fast-tracked when they move on to the farm.
My name is Joseph. I am under 13 years old.
His story is horrible, like all our boys. He was born into a very violent family where there was a lot of drinking and a lot of drug taking. He was beaten, and he ran away in Nairobi when he was around about 6 years old. He's had horrific abuse from the police on the streets and from the older street men, because he's very cute and very attractive. So he drew their attention straight away. He was there for just over a year when he came in to play Kenya. The Joseph you see now is a work in process. He's beginning to like himself. He's beginning to see he's not bad.
My name is Alex Manga, 14 years old.
These boys have only been with us just over a year, and already we've changed so much about how they see the world. But the best thing is they change how they see themselves.
They introduced themselves, told us how old they were, and Anne-Marie explained to us later that even that she was so proud of them for that, because it's so hard for them to get up and speak publicly in front of all of their friends and in front of these new white people. And then after that they sort of started to warm up, and as soon as the music comes on, everything changes. You go from having these shy kids that can't even say hi to you to centre stage, you think that you're watching the X Factor. And they've got all this rhythm, and I said to Denty, if they're dancing like that at that age, no wonder we can't compete when we're in clubs, because they're phenomenal and they're happy. My boys were so impressed, they were just Snapchatting and filming and going, this is the best thing, they're so talented. We'd been staying on the farm and we had felt what the farm offers, and then we'd gone out into Nakuru and we'd felt that culture shock, and we'd seen how scary and how hard and how full on it is. So knowing that these little boys in a few days were moving into this little safety bubble of Rafiki was it was such a good feeling. It was so cool to know that the queens that follow my page have provided this sort of safety for these children, and I don't really think that they understand what they've done.
We're going on safari. I want to see the big five. I want to see elephants, lions, tigers, bears. I think most of them are in Asia.
So Lake Nakuru National Park was opened or officially gazetted in 1968. And before then, it used to be the colonial home for the British, which was taken over by the first president, and it became his home, where he used to come for the weekends.
I wasn't even that huge on doing the safari because I hate zoos and stuff, but it was totally different to any zoo that I'd ever seen. Oh, the toilet's rough here. It's a hole. Even just pissing in the toilet there is culture shock. See, I would have preferred to just piss on the grass than squat.
I just did.
Yeah, it's the Australian way. We wee outside. It's rangers with guns.
Hello, Karen. You been working here long?
Yeah, for 10 years now.
Oh, wow. And do poachers come in?
No, we don't have poachers here.
Because you're here with your... Show the photo to your gun. We had to bribe one of the female rangers 500 shillings to get a photo with their AK-47, which is, she said she gives that back to the park, so that's fine. I don't know about you, but there's something quite attractive about a woman holding a machine gun. They deal with poachers, they deal with ruffians, they deal with thieves, she'd be the boss, because any trouble you give her, she'd just be that's a woman. When I found out that we were going to Africa, I've got 3-4 safari suits in the wardrobe, so I was better just grab one, but I left the riding crop and the helmet at home because, being Irish Australian that I am, those of a certain age will remember the bush tucker man.
Hugh gets into every role, he doesn't do things in halves.
We have a family of impalas, and you got the one male impala with his horns, James ran up the savannah, and these are all his girlfriends.
He looked like a South African safari tour guide.
That's the velvet monkey. It's indigenous to these parts. We can see his fluoro blue testicles. Makes him quite the popular guy on the Savannah dance floor. Look at this dude. Oh wow, look at the red ass. Got the red ass? Do you reckon they're real monkeys? Stampeding. It's closing time at the bar and they're all trying to get in. Look at them go! Well, like, I love animals. We're quite lucky we're right up and close with a family of zebras. I also love people. Hey, beautiful girls! What's going on?
There's a guy in there ticket.
I've heard great things about Hugh's behaviour today. As long as there's been no sexual harassment to the passers-by, I'm happy.
This guy up here has stolen my girlfriend that I met at the bar the other night. And so he's ducking down and hiding now in the van because he knows he's in trouble, he knows he's had it. Hey Steph, how are you? Long time no see. Yeah, see now they're both hiding. Yeah. They're ashamed. They should be. We're doing some filthy stuff in the bar. It's like Dirty Dancing 101.
He annoyed the shit out of everyone that he passed. He took no prisoners.
Hey, we've run out of bullets for our gun. Do you have any spare bullets? 303, 357.
And then he was pretending to be a poacher, which I didn't think was funny because I saw all the guns and, you know, the seriousness of the Rangers, but he seemed to think it was hilarious.
Do you have AK-47? Yeah. Nice.
Sometimes I think he needs to get like shot or arrested or something in order to like not see the funny side of something.
My life has just changed. I've finally seen a zebra.
Have you never seen one?
Oh, only like behind the glass at Perth Zoo, but like to see like 50 zebras in the wild.
Yeah. And apparently they're really, really stubborn.
They're like horses.
He said that they're the worst animals of all of them.
Yeah, right.
They're the most wild.
Well, it's funny how something so beautiful can be such a pain in the ass.
Isn't it?
Kind of like me and you.
Yeah.
My father was a wildlife officer, so the animals have always been a part of my life. And to see the African animals and to be able to compare our animals to their animals and to see a lot of similarities, it's definitely that day yesterday was something I'll never forget, and everyone should do it.
All right, here we are, 21st of July 2018. We're opening King's Castle, the house for the boys of Rafiki Mwema. We'll have 30 boys moving in here on Monday after we've vacated.
The excitement for them is beyond belief. They feel that Con cares about them. They feel that she loves them and they get it now.
I don't know what to do about Denim. I just, you know, 1 minute he's galloping on a fucking horse, the next minute he's a Maasai warrior.
I don't know, I'm probably got a little bit of an obsessive personality, and once I sort of like connected with the boys, I just wanted to become one.
I'm just going with it. He's happy and that's all I've ever really cared about.
First of all, I want to mention our family, the Rafiki family, the family of boys and girls that have inspired every single thing that Sarah and I do. So this is your day and we want you to party and have fun.
It was amazing. I was really nervous in the beginning just because I'm a bit of a control freak, but everything was awesome and made better because Constance was there.
I want to mention Constance Hall.
Woo!
Constance Hall is in the building. Woo! Before she met you, before she knew you, before she'd even seen your pictures, she loved you. She loved every single bit of you. She has a beautiful husband, she has beautiful children, she has beautiful friends that surround her. Her family is like our family. Constance, there's no words. There's just no words to thank you for what you've done. So, Constance Hall. Constance Hall!
It all sort of hit home. It was almost like emotionally fatigued because it was just such a life-changing experience.
I survived in the state of town for 3 years before I came to Rafiki Mwema.
When one of our little boys from the little boys' home got up and spoke, It was sobering. It brought everybody back to reality.
In the street, I faced many challenges, and I was beaten. I was arrested by the police, and I have nothing to eat and no clothes. In our
I felt like that was the most powerful advocate for the saying, speak even if your voice shakes.
I have already lost my hope.
He couldn't even speak, but he had to. He insisted on speaking, and he had to keep going back and restarting.
I've already lost my hope. Sorry. I have already lost my hope.
No one said you have to speak, but he wanted to. He was driven to get up and to share his story, to share his love, and it was a moment that no one will forget.
I lucky met Rafiki Mwema, who saved my life. I have changed my life, and I have a lot of hope for future. I thank Anne Marie and John Tipper and Sarah and all our friends across the world. I know it is because of your love where we are here today. I also love you. Feel welcome and comfortable in our new home. God bless you.
To me, that is the epitome of bravery. You know, like that is the vision I'll have in my head of bravery.
We are the small kings, ready to present a poem to you with the title, Be You, Just Be You.
Nicholas, one of the uncles, he choreographed this amazing, it was like a performance.
Be you, because God created a masterpiece when He completed you. He did not say, here come a moron, or here comes another failure. He said, here comes another hero. Here comes another legend.
It was so cool to see these little boys standing up and saying, you know, be heroes and be soldiers, and just be you and be brave. And they've been through so much shit, yet they still have this identity, and he wants them to have an identity, and I thought that was really cool.
Be you! Just be you!
I think I really enjoy watching the children perform because they're so proud of where they live and their homes, and they love to perform.
Everyone played their part. The small boys did a dance and a song. The girls did a dance and a song.
There's 2-year-olds doing moves that we couldn't even compete with, so we were all blown away and totally jealous. And we want them to teach us how to dance.
The big boys did a dance and a song. All of it combined is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. And then to wrap it up with the Maasai warriors, like some of the most renowned traditional warriors in the world. They're all 6 foot plus, doing their thing, doing their jumps and singing their beautiful songs.
And I was just getting blown away by the moment and like watching them, and they're so beautiful. And then all of a sudden, like, my husband comes out wearing his Maasai outfit. And part of me wanted to kill him, but part of me was just so, like, proud of him.
Dancing with the Maasai today was amazing. I was a little bit confused because I didn't get much intro into it, but the boys gave me a quick rundown, and yeah, it was awesome. It was great. They're lovely, lovely people. All of them, every single one of them, takes time to get to know you, to talk to you.
There was a look on his face that I have not seen before. He was just in another world. I'm so lucky to have a husband that doesn't just sit there on his phone, you know, like my husband's gone. He may be gone, but he's immersed himself. It was awesome.
It was beautiful, yeah, and I felt very, very grateful that they included me and welcomed me in. It feels like it's home, it really does.
It's really easy to think that the problem's solved, like when you see everyone singing and dancing and you see the parties and, you know, these little pockets of fun and sunshine that they have, whereas Sarah is dealing with they're not making ends meet with money.
Anne-Marie has these amazing dreams, which is the only reason we have what we have, but then I have to be the big baddie and say we can't take any more children, we don't have any money, we don't even have money for the children we have at the moment.
We just brought it to her like, Sarah, we need 20,000 today. Someone is seeking, you know, and she's just like, we don't even, it's like, sorry to say, but it's like, we don't care where she's gonna get the money, but we need the money because we have the need with us. So it's like, yeah, make it happen, Sarah.
Without Sarah, we wouldn't have 66 children. We wouldn't have 44 staff. Our boys and girls who are in school, in placements, in college, who've got a future that they wouldn't have had without Sarah. Look at what you've done, Sarah. Just look around. Look around. This is down to you. We love you.
Okay, so my life changed twice. The first time was when Sarah and Anne-Marie came into my life. They introduced me to you guys. Now, I tell you, you can search all of England and all of Australia and you'll never, ever, ever meet anyone as wonderful as these two women. And Jimmy, I can't forget Jimmy. I have sent Jimmy crazy with too many questions. And the second time my life changed was when I came here and met you guys. And all of your welcoming and your cuddles and your holding my hands, you have completely stolen my heart. So I just want to leave you with this one thing. From the bottom of my heart, you deserve every single bit of this. And we will work for the rest of our lives to help you. When I first saw how much I'd meant to them and felt how much they really do mean to me and felt that love, I just melted, like I just changed. I still struggle, like I'll be driving and I'll think about one of them or the way that they hated saying goodbye to us, and I just can't wait to go back, and to see them again and to prove to them that, like all the things that we say to them about, you are worthy and you are going to have this amazing life. Just want to give it to them and make sure that, that's actually something that we follow through with. Coming back from there, I just see these people that just want to get online and just want to punch out this hatred towards me. If I tried to explain that to some of the Rafiki kids, if they asked me to explain my culture, I couldn't even explain. How do I explain to children who have been like raped and abused and, by their own parents? How do I explain, there's, everyone has these little arguments online and they all hate each other and they all hate me and, it's none of it means anything and we all waste 8 hours a day dealing with it, and it's insane. I'm more dedicated now to helping Sarah and Anne-Marie, and anything that they ask me for, anything they ask me to do, I will always share with the Queens and share online, and if they don't like it, then that they can find a page that they prefer.
Our children who look for all the world like they're having the best time, but they're all here for a reason. They're all here because of their huge trauma. They're all safe now because of Constance Hall. For me, whatever happens in life, Constance is going to be part of our family. I love her with all my heart, we all do. Not just because she's Constance Hall, not because she's a celebrity, not for any other reason, that she gives love so freely, so beautifully, and she's part of my life forever.
I really think that we are all put on this earth just to try and leave it a better place. And if we could all just help a tiny bit more, then maybe that's all that we need. I feel really fulfilled just being part of these children's lives, and anyone can be part of their lives. Anyone can.